If you're subscribed to this channel for the truck content that I used to put on this channel and wondering why the hell we're working on a minivan, I changed things up a bit this year. So down below is a link to the truck channel that I created earlier this year. Check that out down below. Bull Ford 82 has all the content on this truck and content on this one as well. This one's kind of my back burner project. We did a carburetor swap on it and also a four-wheel drive swap, which I'm still in the middle of. Just been kind of stopping the projects for a little bit. I've been having some lower back issues and just taking it easy. Anyways, let's get to working on this minivan, shall we? Good afternoon, tubes. Today we're working on a 2002 Chevy Venture. We're doing the rear brakes on this, which we wouldn't have to be doing if they would have been installed properly in the first time. What happened is she had someone do the brakes on this. This site here was locking up and actually starting to smoke because it was getting so hot. So she asked me to take a look at it, and what I found was the adjuster arm that when it gets pulled on it, it clicks on the little adjuster wheel, and that's what kind of keeps your brakes adjusted automatically. Well, it was all falling apart and not doing anything, and because of the road vibration, it caused the adjuster to extend all the way out as far as it can go and locked itself up, and you could no longer spin this wheel by hand like you can here. So I put all that back together, but because everything got so hot, it burnt up the brand new shoes. It's got heat cracks and everything, which I'll show you here in a minute. It warped the drum, and also the wheel cylinders are original and they're leaking. So that's kind of a huge problem. So pretty much when you do drum brakes, you want to replace all your hardware, your shoes, and your wheel cylinders, just as a rule of thumb. And all that stuff's really cheap. So we got brand new drums, brand new shoes, brand new wheel cylinders, all AC Delco hardware. This Venture is a 02 and it's got 77,000 miles on it. So we're doing both sides on this. We're kind of documenting this. That's why I'm making a video here, just for her sake, because it's kind of a problem. You pay someone to do your brakes and everything's falling apart. Now the other side was not put together right, and it wasn't. The shoes were all the way in, and it would take almost all of the brake pedal to expand them out, and that's not safe. So let's take care of this lady. Okay, you can see this drum right here. Well, the whole drum usually has like a coating on it. Now this is kind of flaking off here, but right here where the actual braking is done on the inside, you can see all this material is burnt off. And this, I had to hammer this thing off. There's a rust ridge here that's holding us up. I kind of beat up this splash shield here. I kind of had no choice. She wouldn't come off. Okay. The other thing, this brake material is flaking off, and you can see the wheel cylinders are all kind of crusty. We have this adjuster arm here was hanging down at the bottom, and was making kind of a nasty grinding noise. So really all we got to do is we need to get this spring off of here, and then we can get this arm. Well, this arm will loosen up, and then we'll adjust the brakes to loosen them up, and we'll start just taking stuff off. This is a pretty simple setup. It's just got one big spring here, which is not too bad to deal with. There's just this one on top, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of a simple design. I actually really like this. It's kind of easy to work on. We will need a drip pan here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and start taking this stuff off. Let's see. Can we just... Let's just pry this off here. We got new hardware. Okay. And then you just turn this like this. You can loosen it up here. We can also do this. Get that out of there. Yeah, look at that. Just cracked right there. And these heat cracks here were not from me forcing this drum off the last time. And then we're starting to delaminate right here. Not good. And this chute here. Let's see. Yeah, get out of there. And this guy, oh, that guy hooks in. Okay. Guess they're both long. Okay. I don't think I have a new one in my kit, so we could probably just leave that alone. And then this spring on hooks. Okay. Okay, well, look away, tubes. Okay, that worked. Pretty sure this is a 12 millimeter, but I don't have my socket. But this is working. It's not on there too tight. Okay, good there. Okay, this uses a 6.25 inch. That's what I'm using. Let's see if we can break this free here. Nice. Okay, I can use my 1/2 inch. It's definitely a 12 millimeter, but vice grips work pretty good on this. Yeah, we got brake fluid. I'm pretty sure this has the original cylinders on it. Oh, come on, there we go. All right. Yep. And the replacements we got look just like those, so that's always a good thing. Well, thankfully the new brake hardware is all the same on both sides. Let's see, here's a part number for our wheel cylinders. Before I open it, let's verify that it looks the same, and it does. She's gonna have brand new stuff back here. Well, the screws lined up, that's a good thing, huh? And making sure the bleeder's on top is also a very helpful thing to do. Okay, so that's in. Let's tighten up our line here. Again, I think it's a 12 millimeter, but we're having to use our vice grips because we left a tool at home. This is not my normal place to work on stuff. We're doing a mobile call. Okay, we got this done now. What I'd like to do is actually, I'm gonna crack this bleeder free so we can let her vent. Let's see, 10 millimeter. It's an 8. Okay. I'll just let that sit there a minute. Okay. Try to get this in AC Delco form, but this is what we got here. These kits are usually pretty good. Here's our bag here of goodies. We can get her open here. So this adjuster here, you can see where I've been marring on it trying to adjust it, but it wouldn't go. This little leg right here is what captures this piece here. I see it sits right here. It keeps it from coming off. This piece was installed like that into the brake shoe, and so this had nothing to hold it. So that was the first problem on this side. Okay. Yep, brand new springs. Okay, this arm here, I don't see anything significant that we need to do. It appears that the brake shoes are all the same, and I compared the ones that were on here are all the same, and the new ones we got are all the same. So, gotta love GM for that. Okay, let's get our new spring in here. Okay, it's got a little hook that this sits in. We need to get this piece to go in like that, which is easy. We could probably pop it in after the fact. Let's try that. I do want to make an attempt to lubricate the pads here and where our shoes come in contact with the wheel cylinder. Anywhere these things make contact need to be lubricated, and I'm just using some 3M silicone paste here. And then we'll get in here and brush that. It'll eventually kind of cook off, wash away, but at least we tried to do a good job. So this is the tricky part. We need to get this spring in. We need to get it up in that hole. So we'll just do something like that. Okay, it took me a minute, but what I had to do is I started this side first, and then I was actually able to get this side in a little bit easier than that for some reason. And it's in the hook all the way, so yeah, anyways, a little bit of a bear, but now we can put this back in here. It did kind of scratch the surface up a little bit, no big deal, but that'll all break in. So yeah, that looks pretty good. We're in the pocket there. Okay, so new adjuster. I believe might have to reference online just to make sure I get this part in right, but I think I want to say this probably, actually I think this goes down. This part engages with the shoe, and then this is where this piece goes in. Yeah, that's how she goes. Okay, so let's lube her up. We'll unthread this piece here. We'll lube this up real good. It has some lube in it, but I don't trust it. We'll put a little bit. We don't need a whole lot in there. We'll put her in something like that. Okay, I'll sneak her in. I think last time I did this, I took this off first. Yep, great. Just drop that right in the dirt. That goes like that. And this piece. Like that. That's how you do that. Okay, let's get our new adjuster arm here. I'm going to throw just a little bit of lube on where it pivots and the backside here. I don't know why that's being so difficult. And that latches in there. Okay. You think having the right tool would be helpful, but there we go. Okay. Make sure we get our dirt off of here. Okay. So that's all put back together. So now what we can do is get our new drum, get it on there, we'll start adjusting it. We'll get these all seated in, and then we should be good to go. Let's get this guy out. Let's see. Part number. We got a part number on this one? I'll maybe pause the video so you can see the part number on that one. Just spray clean the inside here. And we want to wipe the cosmoline off. Normally you would get back in here with a adjusting spoon, but what I'm finding is that these adjusters are way off, and so you're coming in at an angle like this to try and grab that wheel. So what I pretty much do on anytime I do drums, I don't even bother with that. If I'm reusing drums, I clean the outer ridge off here, and then I'll fit them on, and then I'll just keep adjusting until we get it a slip fit. You can also come in through here with a screwdriver and adjust that, and we just need to go up with it. So we could probably use our pry bar here. And just, actually, let's use the screwdriver. Yeah, we can just do something like that, or something to this effect. Get some tension on that, and then we'll just start. I'll bring you in when I get close. Okay. Pretty much getting there now. I'm gonna go just a teeny bit tighter. Something like that. What we need to do is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hook up my bottle to this, and we'll just push some brake fluid through it and get this to seat. And of course we'll do that with the drum in here, and then I'm gonna make my final adjustment. We may even have to back it off. So I made this a long time ago, kind of inspired by Eric the car guy. I'll put our pan under here just in case we make a mess. That hard line is kind of meh. Oh yeah, she needs a brake flush. Her fluid's a little dirty. I'm gonna close that for right now. Okay, so looks like we got somewhat seated on there. Let's see how we fit. I'm gonna go just a smidge tighter. We can always pull that arm back and flip that or rotate it backwards. I think I'm gonna roll with that. This will adjust itself as we drive it. Yeah, that's got a good, just a little bit of drag. Is that what you want? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna pump the brakes a few times, get some fluid to come through here. I emptied this out and you can see our fluid's pretty dirty, so. Anyways, I'll bring you back in a moment and then we'll pretty much be done with this job. I am gonna do the other side, but I'll probably do it off camera. All right, got both sides done on this. Everything's bled out, adjusted, and I made sure to roll it back and forth with the engine running and then test the brakes, make sure they're pretty good, and you just barely touch it and she stops. So I'm happy with that. What I'm not happy with is I have to go run back to the house and get a funnel and hose, put that in there, and then top her off. So this is it, triggering the low brake fluid sensor. So we'll top her off, and we're gonna do some other checks. Check the transmission fluid, engine oil. I think she was saying she might need an oil change, so we'll fix her up. 3400. I think the last GM engine I worked on was a 3100. I had to do intake gaskets on it because it was leaking oil into the coolant. That was a fun job. But anyways, yeah, I'll top off the brake fluid, check all the other stuff. She's gonna wash her fluid. We don't have to worry about that. She is out of Dex Cool in the bottle there. Yeah, so brakes are good. Like I said, I'm gonna check all her fluids and stuff, and then we'll be done with this. Rig. I want to thank everybody for watching. Check out the links down below, and we'll catch you in the next repair video.